Police are often called to dark and unsettling scenes in the name of justice, but few are as chilling as what lurks deep in the woods, where some of the most disturbing discoveries are made.
Paul! I hear him. Paul! Dead ahead. I think. Yep, no shirt.
These were the moments when cops made terrifying discoveries in the woods. Starting off with the case of when a chilling discovery was made deep within a dark and eerie forest.
I'm not sure if it's a person or I'm not sure what it is, but I've got movement east of my location in the woods. Sounds like it's heading this way. All right, we've got knife right here, body here, tents, whole camp spread up back here. Well, the thing is, I'm not accusing you of anything, but you have to be ruled out. You see what I'm saying?
100%.
That I'm just like a god.
On December 23, 2022, Officer Azur received a 911 call from a distraught man who claimed he had found his best friend's lifeless body deep in the Lake Jackson forest. Officer Azur rushed to the scene and immediately got to speak with the caller.
That's my friend, man. Okay, y'all stay right there. 389, I'm 1012 with him. Just give me a minute. I'm 1012 with 2. I'm heading down to take a look. 361 if you want to come down, and 56 with the EMS in the back. I'm headed down to the scene.
We're going to go back that way about 50 yards.
Okay.
50 yards. I walked over the bridge.
Yeah.
Knife was laying on the ground. There's no blood on it.
Did you touch the knife?
I did pick up the knife.
Okay. Well, we're going to need to get fingerprints from you, okay?
No problem. I walked by the tarp, and you couldn't see James.
Okay.
And then Alan walked by the tarp and goes, "What's that?" And he picked the tarp up with his stickies on his hand, and James was laying there face down, and I dropped the knife and we left.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to need to get a very detailed statement from you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Just because...
I understand.
Well, the thing is, I'm not accusing you of anything, but you have to be ruled out. You see what I'm saying?
100%.
At this point, the officer couldn't verify Robert's story, but with a report of a deceased body, he had no choice but to push further into the woods, alone with a man he barely knew, and with the possibility that a killer could still be nearby. He knew he had to move forward with extreme caution.
You just hang on down right here for me, okay? Let me get up there and take a look.
Which one? Right here, please.
Okay.
And then you please look in that back tent, please.
All right. Where's the knife?
The knife is on the left-hand side of him.
Okay.
Laying on the ground. He's got a white belt.
Okay. Just hang out there for me, okay?
Yeah.
Jamie was indeed telling the truth. What the officer had just discovered was beyond shocking. Wrapped inside the tarp was the body of James Ledendecker, who was lying naked and covered in his own blood. Realizing just how serious the situation was, Officer Azur instructed Jamie to head back while he moved on to investigate. That was when he began to hear something unsettling coming from deeper in the woods.
I'm not sure if it's a person or I'm not sure what it is, but I've got movement east of my location in the woods. Sounds like it's heading this way. Hey, LT.
To Officer Azur's great relief, backup finally arrived, restoring a sense of safety amidst the ominous threat that could still be lurking in the woods.
There's nothing for y'all to check. He's cold to the touch. All right, we've got knife right here, body here, tents, whole camp spread up back here. We've also got one outstanding. There's 2 people who live in this camp.
And one's not here?
And one's outstanding at the moment.
Did you find the knife?
Yeah.
I got a knife right here.
No blood on it, huh?
Well, there's something right there, but hey, did you still got those 2 guys 1012 up front?
Yeah, they're standing there waiting for us.
Good, because one that led me back touched the knife, so we need to get his prints and a statement off him. The other one touched the tarp They found out what was going on and they took off. I checked the camp and he's the only one back here.
I got the name of the person that he was arguing with at 5 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so, and I've got what looks like maybe his clothes right over there. So he's naked and there's some clothes right there on the fire.
What the autopsy report revealed was beyond disturbing. Blunt force trauma to the head, strangulation, and even more disturbing, gasoline inside the lungs of the victim. It turned out that this would be only one of the many disturbing discoveries that the officer would uncover at the scene.
Hey, Seth, take a look at this for me. What is that? Is that just soot weared off on that, or? I mean, it looks awful shit.
Where he has been just from what I can see. But he is butt naked, face down on a tarp with his upper torso covered, so definitely not. And definitely somebody put him here. So I don't know what his face looks like. If he was stabbed in the neck or the face, the blood may be hidden by the tarp. I'm not seeing any obvious blood. Apparently the witness picked up the knife, and the knife has like a roasted string around it. Oh, there's blood on it. Yeah, the tarp's brown, but there's blood all over the tarp, like blood splatter.
It looks like, I mean, he was moved post-mortem. You can tell by the way he was dressed.
Oh, he's got his leaf in his head.
Yeah.
That's hollow down below, you see that?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Almost looks like they're carving Odin. Missing the one eye. You see that?
Nuts.
Artistic.
Smell gas.
Smell gas?
Oh, they had to cut that with a chainsaw, right? And it looks like,
You can smell gas right here.
yeah.
The officers were convinced this was more than just a homicide. It was a calculated and brutal murder. The evidence at the scene pointed to a prolonged, hour-long ordeal of torture. But the real turning point came when Officer Azur returned to speak with the victim's friends. And that's when a major breakthrough finally surfaced.
So I heard arguing and stuff. So I go through the woods, go to this camp.
So you
I
left.
walk back to the camp because, you know,
Right.
homeless people argue all the time about dumb shit. It's been a while now, and I haven't heard anything from James or anybody over there. So I go over there to me and my friend that's with
The other
Officer
deputy.
now. Go over there, right? So when I walk, get to a certain point, I see a tarp laying
Right.
there beside this tree, which is never there. I
And
flip over
inside
the
is-
tarp is I don't even know if it's James or
All right. Well, we're gonna get it figured out, okay? Do you know James' last name?
Do.
Do you know James' last name?
No, ma'am.
No.
I'm talking about the person who did this,
36.
because I know who it is. Dusty McDonald. That lives right up. He just got the complaint this morning. Man come down there with a hatchet, chopping shit up. Called it in, sheriff's department. They come over, they talked to him, they told him that they're gonna go over and talk to him and just stay away.
And James is the one who called.
No, ma'am.
Who called this morning? Rick. Okay. Do you know
Rick
Rick's
is
last
the one
name?
who stays there.
Okay.
No, ma'am, but Rick is the one who
Rick.
stays there. James is a friend of everybody's, but
So I
he was
should be
staying
able
up
to
there with
find out by
Dusty.
his-
According to Jamie, there was no doubt Dusty McDonald was the one responsible. Earlier that day, police had already been called after Dusty reportedly attacked a man named Rick with a hatchet. But by the time they arrived, Dusty had vanished. Jamie's claim alone wasn't enough to pin him as the prime suspect. But everything changed once officers spoke with the other witnesses, who all pointed straight at Dusty.
We both went down there. We live right here. We wanted to go check on our friend. He's wrapped up in a tarp.
Okay.
Sir,
We came back
I
and
heard
called.
arguing earlier, right?
We know who was down there, sir.
Arguing.
Okay.
So I walked down through the woods. I seen Dusty have James on the ground. He was saying, you shouldn't talk shit about this and that. You know what I'm saying? I heard, like, oh, they just getting shot, you know what I mean? But I never hear nothing from over there no more. I'm like,
You know Dusty's real name or?
Dusty McDonald.
Did you say that James called them today and said, hey,
Nope, Rick.
oh, Rick called.
Rick.
And said,
James was there.
when
Both
Dusty
of
went
us
over there
there.
and cut his tent with
Cut him
machete?
up, threatened with a machete,
Yeah.
cut his tent up,
Yep.
all kind of shit.
They called the police. I was there
Yep,
for that. I
called
was
the
there for
police,
that.
made a report, and the police just said, stay away from it. There's a tarp laying beside a tree that's never there because I live here. And I took the stick and went. When I flipped it up, I seen legs.
After hearing these statements, the officers had a picture of what had happened just hours earlier, and they also had a lead suspect, Dusty McDonald, a name that one of the officers had heard before.
I think they already brought up his name, but Dustin McCormick.
Yeah, Dusty.
Dusty,
Yeah,
supposedly general in some militia, come down there this morning with a machete and started hacking up some of the tents because he wanted to clear the area. Said he's signal 20 and off his meds.
They said Dusty. They said Dusty's the one that's outstanding. Yeah, they said this guy Dusty left from over here by later in the evening.
By this point, it was clear Dusty had played a role in the murder, one way or another. Determined to track him down, officers turned their attention to the first place he might be, his house.
I don't know if that's him, but there's somebody.
Sheriff Office, put a knife down, man. Come on out. Come on out. Come on out.
I don't have anything in my hands.
Come on.
Please, I don't have anything in my hands.
Come on out.
I'm right here, sir.
Come on out.
Dude, I'm right here.
Dusty.
Okay. Dude, yeah.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Dude, the man just tried to light me on fire, dude. Y'all know what happened down there. That man tried to light me on fire, man. It's all on surveillance, dude.
Listen, Dusty, you try to do things stupid. The dog's gonna bite you, understand?
I'm not even armed, dude. Look at there. I'm not armed at all, sir. Sir, man just left my house and man tried to turn me down there and light me on fire.
It was clear as daylight that Dusty knew exactly why the cops were at his door.
Walk this with me. Yeah, dude, sir, you know what happened down there.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Dude, the man tried to light me on fire as I came.
Okay, just listen.
Okay,
We've got one side.
Right.
That's why you need to come with us. Okay?
I'm coming.
I know you are.
With Dusty now in custody, detectives brought him in to piece together what really happened. Those who knew him described a man fueled by anger and a thirst for control. He even offered help to the homeless, not out of kindness, but to feel superior. He'd let them bathe at his place, but it was more about power than compassion. Inside the interrogation room, everything was set for a confession. Detectives were hoping for clarity, but what they got instead was pure nonsense.
You know I'm an owl, right?
You're what?
You know I'm an owl, right?
Okay.
You know what that means, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, thank you. Golly. Thank you. This
I'll
has been
do that.
this has been a really hard day. Sir, I waived all rights a long time ago. I still have a great sense of innocence within me if it ain't obvious to you this time.
Dusty seemed trapped in a delusion, and when he skipped his schizophrenia medication, his mind would spiral out of control. Still, that didn't stop him from trying to outsmart the detective, pretending he wasn't the killer, but instead someone with crucial information about what really happened.
I'm handling remarkably well. Jesus, man, that was some crazy shit, man. And to still be able to get us some usable intel, you'll get why staying at that place is so dangerous for me. I know a lot of trust is getting to me like that, but man, thank you for saying you'll be able to talk about this.
Dusty really thought that he had just outsmarted the officer by saying that he would be able to offer intel. However, he would soon realize that he was the main suspect of the cold-blooded murder of an innocent man.
I haven't shed a tear all day, I've been going hard, I'm so exhausted.
How long have you been doing it?
What, this kind of work? Not very long. That was my first. I think everybody knows that. From the get-go. Thank you for this deep psychological diagnosis. It's helped him a lot.
Good.
Listening closely to Dusty, it sounded like he was admitting to the murder, though his words were scattered and unclear. The detective got the sense that Dusty was taking responsibility without fully realizing the gravity of what he had done. But his bizarre ramblings didn't stop there.
I was brushing and then he threw gasoline on me because you saw how I was rolled up and down there. Dude, I thought I was just doing it for the other. You know what I mean? Because that was my intention. Everybody knows that. And then managed to hit that Neo UI and come out like that. I don't know how I do it sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I'm just experimenting in the house with blades, like before back when I took the butcher knives and threw it in curved. don't know how to do it, sir. I just know of my beautiful mind that it's a three-way. Yeah. You know, it's the photographic, the audiogenic intake, and then the loving connect. Yeah. You know, I if y'all don't ever think I'm so amazed at it, that I'm just like, God. Man, I never thought it would be something like that, but my God, what that thing was.
For me to verify everything that I can see elsewhere, I'm trying to. I know you're not mad at me. That's just I don't want you to think I'm asking questions.
Many others, like I think my personality is I can't talk to people.
I can do yeah, but I don't want you to think I'm being.
Certainly, I am very relieved that we were having this conversation.
Dusty insisted he wasn't angry and said people just didn't understand the way he communicates. It became clear he didn't see himself as the suspect, but as the victim. That belief was only reinforced when he turned to the detective and asked a startling question.
Will I be able to go home?
I'm going to figure that out.
Yeah, because am I going to jail or we're going down to dance?
We're going to have to figure that kind of out because you know how this thing kind of goes from here.
I guess. I don't know.
I'm going to come talk to you about it. Okay?
It was clear Dusty didn't fully grasp the severity of the situation. However, the witness statements, his vague confessions, and the evidence at the scene were enough to move forward. Dusty McDonald was charged with first-degree murder. One disturbing discovery to the next. This time, officers responded to another truly haunting scene. 3 bodies, bound, gagged, and executed with chilling brutality.
What if he shot in the face or head? He looks like a Hispanic or a
Middle Eastern.
Yeah. We got 2 bound and gagged dead Hispanic males.
Yeah. On March 10th, 2023, officers with the Akron Police Department were dispatched to a wooded area near a major highway where a chilling discovery had just been made. 3 bodies lying on the forest floor. What awaited them was a deeply disturbing scene in need of urgent investigation.
What if he shot in the face or head? Or some sort of injury in this area. I don't see injury on him though. Is he white or is he? He looks like a Hispanic or a
Middle Eastern.
Yeah. We got 2 bound and Hispanic males.
Yeah.
It turned out that a woman had driven past the scene and seen the bodies, yet never called the police. Now, with that revelation, officers were desperate to track her down. Speaking with the woman could be a crucial breakthrough. She might have seen a vehicle, a face, or something else that could blow the case wide open.
Hey, Bill, I've got a woman here. She drove by the 750 this morning and saw the bodies there, but she didn't call the police. She thought they were like mannequins. Yeah. Does anyone from DB want to come talk to her?
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Wind's on the way down.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, right down by Lee's Cruiser.
He's going to come down and talk to you real quick and just get your name, just ask you what you saw, and then get you out of here. You didn't do anything wrong.
I know. I feel bad for not calling, but they dump back here.
Yeah, I know.
Just never know. It's horrible.
I'll step out here and talk to you. Yeah,
I seen the guy with the baseball cap laying there, and then I seen something else that I didn't know.
Listen, you didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, I know. It's just upsetting.
He'll come down here and talk to you a couple minutes.
It's gross. It's just gross.
Yeah. I'm sorry you had to see that.
I just, and then when I came back up to go to Aldi's, I'm like, that must have been real, and maybe a timeline would help at all. I don't know, but because I'm not one to not getting, turn my head because too many people do that nowadays.
Well, you're not even, what's the chances that that's what that would be,
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Horrible.
With no solid leads pointing to a suspect, officers turned to the neighbors living near the woods, residents who, with an unsettling sense of certainty, admitted they had long felt something terrible was destined to happen out there.
Yep, from outside. Thanks, 603.
Any cars that drove by me and maybe stopped?
Can I be honest with you?
Please do.
There is so much up and down back here. We have contacted the council people because honestly, there's 3 houses on this street. And we want this to be a dead-end street, all 3 homeowners. The council people says we can't do it. I don't know what this is about, but I'm telling you, if it's something to do with anybody, honest to God, there's so much traffic back through here, and my wife has heard gunshots back through here.
You know, I've lived here all my life. You know,
Oh my.
Yeah, for nothing like that.
79 years. But
wow.
You know, I always thought that over the years, especially the last 30 years, that something like that was going to happen.
Yeah, because
we're secluded.
Yeah, it is secluded. It's right off the expressway, and
yeah, you always hear. There's always somebody shooting a gun off on you.
I always hear people shooting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna see us out here for a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Were they young or old?
The neighbors didn't offer much, but then, deep in the woods, a 4th body was discovered, except this one wasn't deceased. It was Oscar Meja Gomez, the lone survivor who had played dead to escape execution. With the help of a translator, Meja Gomez gave police a chilling account of what had happened. While assisting them in retracing the crime scene, he unexpectedly spotted the man who'd nearly killed him, Elias Gudino, at a nearby gas station. Investigators learned that Gudino had kidnapped 4 young men, executed 3 of them, and dumped their bodies in the woods. He was ultimately convicted on 18 charges, including aggravated murder, attempted murder, and kidnapping. He was sentenced to life in prison with a chance of parole after 23 years. Moving on to the case of when an elderly man had gone missing and was allegedly last heard from inside the woods.
I hear him. Paul!
On July 7th, 2022, 70-year-old Paul, a man suffering from Alzheimer's, was reported missing. Family, friends, and local deputies quickly joined forces in a desperate effort to find him.
Him yelling for the guy that was screaming for help. So a guy already went out there. Yeah.
10-4, I do hear it. I'm gonna try to do my best to get to him. Paul! Paul, can you hear me? Morgan, I'm to your left. Paul! Paul! Paul, say something if you can hear us. Oh, spider web. Ah. I don't know how deep this is, Morgan. Guess we're gonna find out real quick. Paul! Paul! I hear him. Way back in here. He's way back in here. I think it's this way.
At this point, one of the officers spotted Paul deep inside the woods, and to say the least, the sight was extremely disturbing.
Dead ahead. I think. Yep, no shirt. Oh, come. Oh, please don't get bit. Please don't get bit. It's all right, Paul. You didn't do anything. It's all right. If we got to, that's all that matters too. Is there a way of getting out through here? I think there's a canal. We got to cross the canal. You gotta educate me, Morgan. There's gators up in here. Try it again. No, we're way back in here. I mean, we're up against the river. I'm trying to see if we can get to a dock. Are you hurt anywhere? It's getting to him. It's the problem. Thanks. Does somebody have a pontoon we could borrow?
Yep.
Or a skiff?
You have a boat? Robin, they need your boat. We'll be right back. We're gonna get a canoe.
There's a canoe next door. I'm gonna grab, and maybe that'll bridge the gap.
Thanks, Steve.
There we go.
Come this way, Paul.
Yeah. Alright.
How are you?
Alright, let's go. We're out.
Thankfully, after the search, the man was found and rescued. Moving on to the case of when police discovered 2 abandoned kids. Their dad was on the run from the police and had chosen to take his 2 children with him.
Sheriff's office, if anybody's in the vehicle, show yourself now. Sheriff's office, I can hear kids crying. Sheriff's office. Watch down, I got up. Yep. Little one. Front of the car. Can't believe this.
Hi, little guys. This is horrible. You know, already I'll get DHS up here. Do they want medical too?
Sweetie.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hi.
The suspect, Justin Ryan Trompeter, had escaped, leaving his toddler and infant behind. Upon arrival, the officers focused on the children's safety as they could have been left alone for many hours.
How are you? You have such pretty blue eyes. Hi there.
We're out with the children.
Hi there.
Can we get a hold of DHS? We need to respond immediately. And medical code 1 to the bottom of a sweetheart where the gate's at for the children just to check on them. Yeah, are you okay? Just
It's okay, baby.
Just make sure he's not hiding up there.
I know, that's what I'm doing.
You all right, baby? If we can secure, I don't like this, dude. I can get cop out to do an area search. Let's secure them in our cars.
Yeah.
Because at least just take the whole car seat.
It's okay, honey.
Good.
Coming up, the officer called for medical assistance to ensure the well-being of the 2 young children.
Go all the way to the top of Wagon Trail. You'll come to a gate that's now open. Follow that up. You'll come to a house at Fort.
Hi, baby.
Hey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know. I know. Do you want out? Here, I'll get it for you. You want it? You want to come out?
At this point, dispatch had sent the suspect's approximate location, allowing some officers to begin searching for him. However, what they didn't anticipate was that this moment would mark the beginning of a month-long manhunt.
So he just sent that location, right? Yeah.
So we're not far behind him.
No.
It's game on. Let's lace up.
And he abandoned a couple kids.
Yeah.
This is unreal, man.
After an almost 6-month-long manhunt, the suspect, Justin Ryan Trompeter, was finally arrested. He was charged with 14 separate offenses, including 3rd-degree robbery, 4th-degree felony domestic violence assault, harassment, 1st-degree theft, 2 counts of 2nd-degree neglect, 5 counts of reckless endangering, reckless driving, attempting to elude police by vehicle, and a parole violation for coercion.